Hello, everyone. Okay, so I am here playing Cinderella Phenomenon. I figured that it'd be a good idea for you guys to get to know me not just through me playing the test, but also through you finding out what kind of games I like and things like that. So I like Otome games. I like dating sims. Unfortunately, I do not like Cinderella Phenomenon. Okay, so backstory. A friend asked me to play this game along with some of our other friends and tell her what we thought because she was thinking of making an Otome game, and I think she's still working on it. Actually, um, the artists keep like falling out, so it's slow going. Um, but she asked us to play this game, give her some feedback, and I started playing it, and I couldn't. The main character pissed me off so much that I stopped playing the game, and I was like, okay, so here's things not to do in an Otome game because I couldn't, I hate it so much. Um, so I'm gonna make my way through the whole thing. I'm gonna find out which person I will be going with, unless it like is like, oh, choose who you want to go with, and then you try to get that with that person. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start a new game, and hopefully I won't rage quit too much. Uh, I'm gonna try not to rage quit. I'm gonna try not to quit. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Um, my favorite one so far is Hotoful Boyfriend with the pigeons. Yeah, I like that one. I went with the doctor, the school nurse dude. All right. We recommend viewing the tutorial if this is your first time playing a Renpy visual novel. Would you like to view the tutorial? No, I'll figure it out. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there were two crystals. One was the Crystallum Lucius, protected by the ruler of the fairies. The other was the Crystallum Tenebrum, which was watched over by the high leader of the witches. The Lucis was sustained by love, happiness, and joy. The Tenebrarum by fear, anger, and hatred. Okay. The fairies and witches lived in harmony with the humans of the kingdom. That's surprising. They regulated the powers of the crystals in order to maintain balance between darkness and light. For there can be no joy without sadness, no courage without fear. The kingdom was at peace for a time. Then one day a traveling bard decided to write stories, tales of the magic and wonders of the kingdom. He named these stories fairy tales. In fairy tales, the light always emerged victorious, and true love was the usual reward. The fairy tale spread further than could have been predicted. Humans of the kingdom began to believe that fairy tales were true, and that the magic of the witches was inherently wicked and cruel. The witches became hated and feared. Oh no. Eventually, they were hunted like animals. I don't like seeing all this blood. The Witch Hunt. The high leader of the witches, in all her anger, created the fairy tale curse. You think we are wicked, so be it. Just as you have taken our happily ever afters, we shall take yours. The witches used the fairy tale curse to attack humans indiscriminately, ultimately throwing the kingdom into chaos and darkness. The ruler of the fairies, the Lucius Bear, sought to regain peace. But the witches were blinded by their hatred for humans who were responsible for the witch genocide. A terrible war, the Great War, began. Eventually, the Tenebrarum Bearer. Why would you do that, Tenebrarum Bearer? The high leader of the witches was finally defeated. The Tenebrarum was lost, peace was restored, and the light once again triumphed. But darkness can never fully disappear. It waits in the shadows, patient for when its time will inevitably return. Contract, sign here. Okay, I believe, yeah, okay. I like that name. I will forever use that name, I think. No? Oh, okay. Prologue. Ice Princess. She is an ice princess. I don't like her. My name is Lilac Riella Breton, daughter of King Gennaro Britain III. I am the crown princess of the kingdom of Angeli? There's so many ways. I hope I never have to say that again. I probably will. At least that was who I used to be. But that was before yesterday when I became a victim of the infamous fairy tale curse. Everyone has forgotten my birthright. Now I am nothing more than a lowly peasant. I feel like I am stuck in a nightmare. But no, this is my reality now. I still have no idea what I must do to break the curse. I close my eyes and remember that day. It had started out like any other day. Maid A. Have you heard? Another person was cursed. I am on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the sound of hushed voices. There are two maids standing next to each other with brooms in hand. These two are slacking off again. That's terrible. What fairy tale curse was it? They said it was Pinocchio. Pinocchio, the fairy tale with a lying boy whose nose grows longer? That's awful. You know, more and more people have been getting cursed lately. You think those wicked witches are up to something again? I thought the fairy tale curses would stop after you-know-who was defeated. You two were hired to work, not talk. We're sorry, Your Highness. As can only be expected from the likes of them. See, she's really pretty. She really is. But I hate her. Another fairy tale curse. The fairy tale curse started spreading even before the Great War began. I do not have much interest in its effects, even now. After all, most humans probably deserve to get cursed. The victims are weak. Aren't you human? You look human. I'm pretty sure you're human. Angel would be better off without the dead weight. Oh, I hate her. I hate this person. If it were up to Mother, the cursed would have been banished from Angel the instant they fell prey to it. But Mother's not here anymore. Good. And she will not come back, ever. Good. Princess, the king and queen are waiting in the dining hall. I am on my way. The king, Ophelia, and Rod are all present in the dining hall. Rod. That's a great name for a prince. Someone is conspicuously missing, but I ignore their absence. King Gennaro. Good morning, Lilac. I share genes with that man, apparently. It's all in the eyes, I guess. Good morning, Your Majesty. Good morning, Lilac. Lilac. Ophelia. Ophelia Widensov. Every day I wonder why my father, the king, married a lowly baker. She is very pretty. She could never be a true queen, for she pales in comparison to Mother. I take my seat next to the king, then look up at the person sitting opposite me. Rod. That's a bunny. Rod Benedict Windensov, my stepbrother, is bored and quiet as usual. How do you know he's bored? You can tell he's quiet because he's not talking to you. No one would want to talk to you. He is 2 years my junior and is the younger of Ophelia's children. He is mute and uses a plush bunny to voice his thoughts. It was apparently given to him by a fairy. He minds his own business and is easy to deal with. But his older sister... My eyes go to the empty seat beside him. She is probably the most infuriating person I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. I think you're the most infuriating person that anyone has had the displeasure of knowing, Lilac. Well, Princess. I'm just going to call you Princess. I hate you. I hate you so much. Emmeline? I'm so sorry I'm late. I was reading and forgot the time. And here she is. Good morning, dear father, mother. Good morning, Rod. And good morning to you too, Lilac. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? Emmeline Widensov, Rod's elder sister and my stepsister. She acts as if we are blood, as if she too were born a princess. It doesn't matter! You guys are siblings now. That's what stepsister, stepbrother is. You're married. They're married. So you have to, I hate you so much. As if she could be a crown princess. Perhaps steal my place. She can't steal your place. It's not like that. I will never let that happen. I think you're just on guard too much. Now that everyone is here, let us begin. Butlers glide inside with silver trays to carefully serve us breakfast. So, Emmeline, you were reading the fairy tale books that the king brought you? Oh yes, there are so many and they are all so wonderful. Thank you so much, Father. I am happy that you like them. I love them. It's so strange that the library didn't have any of them to begin with. That is because Mother hated them. She had all the books burned. It's messed up. But why? There are such charming stories. Fairy tales mislead humans into believing they can have things that they do not deserve. Like you do not deserve anything. Fame, riches, love, happily ever afters. And when their wishes do not come to fruition exactly as they want them to, the humans blame the witches for granting them in the first place. What are you implying about witches, Lilac? The atmosphere shifts, the air in the room growing heavy. I continue to eat. Perhaps witches are not responsible for the evil in this world. Well, that's true. Perhaps humans are the cause of their own downfall. That is also true. Have you any idea what you're talking about, child? Witches have caused nothing but pain and suffering to this kingdom. Even now, they still spread the fairy tale curse to our innocent subjects. The truth is, I know very little about the time the witches had free reign over Angiel. I was very young then. Mother forbade me to leave the palace, sometimes even my room. I know nothing of the people's supposed pain and suffering. Mother kept me away from everyone. And so, I cannot bring myself to care. What? You're like the opposite of Princess Jasmine. I think that's why I don't like you. Like, there are many reasons not to like you, but, like, just shake. Just want to shake you. How do you know the cursed are innocent? Our people have been toiling day and night to rebuild Angiel after the Great War. Our people are the kingdom's foundation, and I am endlessly grateful for their determination and resolve. Every day I wonder what your mother taught you about. Leave mother out of this. You brought Mother up. You brought her up. Also, you, sir. Why were you not part of the teaching? Dear, please. Lilac, darling, your father didn't mean to. I am not one of your children, Ophelia. I do not need your sympathy. I hate you so much. Lilac, you will show your mother respect. She is not my mother. I set down my fork and knife and stand up. I am done. Excuse me. Yeah, you're done. I don't like you. Yeah, my father and I have not got on, but our relationship has significantly worsened since he married the baker. My father, the king. It has been 17 years, and I have never felt any love from him. It doesn't seem that way. He seems like a warm guy. He treats Emmeline and Rod, who only entered our life 1 year ago, like his own children. Kind of should. Better than he has ever treated me. I'm not sure about that. I'm really not sure about that. This has been my life ever since Mother passed away 4 years ago. It's been 4 years. And you're still like this. You're a teen. I mean, I guess. Okay, I will say angst. I'll give you the Harry Potter, angst. That's what I'll give you, okay? That will be your pass for now. Mother was the only one that was there for me when no one else was. If it wasn't for the accident during the Great War, she would still be here. Why the sour face so early in the morning, princess? This is a man. Oh. He's handsome. Let me guess, it's the king, the queen, or Princess Emmeline. Or is it all of them? I ignore his question. Fritz, what are you doing here so early? I'm running some errands for my father. Fitzgerald Aidan Leverton, son of the highest knight of the Order of Caldera. His father, Sir Alcaster, has served the royal family for many years. Sir Alcaster is one of the king's most trusted advisors. 3 years ago, Fritz was assigned the honor of becoming my personal knight. Yet he wasn't around this morning to walk you to breakfast? Shouldn't your personal knight be with you at all times? His presence is the only company I can tolerate nowadays. You should wait in the throne room then. Thank you. Princess? Yes? You know, I haven't seen you smile once since I met you. Why is that Why is that of any importance? Aww. Still, I do hope to see you smile one day, Princess. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. I'll see you at 10. 10? Don't tell me you've forgotten. Forgotten what? You're going to town today, remember? I deflate as the realization dawns upon me. It has been 2 days since the king issued the order. Lilac, I would like you to accompany Emmeline on one of her town outings. Surely you could send maids with her instead. I would not have requested you to accompany her if I was going to send her with her maids. I want you to make an effort to get along with your sister. Stepsister. She is your sister, and you will treat her and Rod as if they were your blood. 2 days from now, you are going to accompany Emmeline outside. It has been 4 years since you last left the palace. Ever since then, you have locked yourself away. You barely leave your room. Angiel was in the grip of war back then, but now the kingdom is safe and back to its former glory. I want you to see how beautiful Angiel really is. Lilac, a princess must know her kingdom. Fact! Go with Emmeline, and she will show you the town that you only ever see through your windows. Is that an order? If it needs to be. Are we clear? Lilac? Understood. The last time I left the palace was 4 years ago when the king took me with him to check on the people after the Great War had ended. I shake my head, removing myself from the memory. I am safe here. Princess, are you alright? It won't be that bad. The townsfolk are good people. How can you be so sure? Did something happen when you were in town? I'm so confused. Times have changed. People change. That is precisely the problem. Mother never changed. Mother loved me until the end. You have such high standards. Sometimes change is for the better, Princess. I think you'll see that today. If you'll excuse me, I shall see you later. I think going from riches to rags is a good thing for you, person. Delora. Delora, do you think witches are capable of bringing back the dead? Delora's hella pretty. I wish you could talk to me, you and the others. It's like Belle and Tiana and Cinderella and that's all. Yeah, that's all I recognize from the designs. My dolls are my only friends. They are the only ones I can trust. Unlike humans, they will never betray me. Who hurt you? They will never hurt me. They will always be there for me. The moment I saw Delora, I knew she was special. She was different, so elegant and realistic, it was almost as if she was breathing. She was a gift from the king on my 17th birthday. I only started receiving dolls from him when Mother passed away. Mother does not believe in birthday celebrations. Okay. But every year at midnight, a letter would appear under my door. It would contain instructions leading me through the palace on an adventure to a room filled with gifts, cakes, and sweets. For someone who doesn't believe in birthday celebrations, I do not believe that she would do this. This seems fake to me. A child's dream. I'd been fascinated by the dolls, which had always held a little greeting card. A card with the words, "I love you" on it, signed by M. The card would tell me to keep those celebrations a special secret, but I didn't need to be told that. Mother always found a way to show me she still cared. It doesn't make sense, though. It really doesn't. In her own way. The secret celebrations had stopped as soon as she had disappeared. Yes? Excuse me, Your Highness, the king has requested your presence. This better not be another lecture. Tell him I am on my way now. Oh, there's a little dip like a curtsy. I will see you later, Delora. Oh, Good morning, Your Highness. Sir Mithros. Sir Mithros, the royal advisor. Is he pierced? Does he have piercing? He has piercings over there. Damn. Father trusts him a great deal, just like he does Sir Alcaster. Every day you look more and more like your mother. I sometimes find Sir Mithros talking to Mother's portrait when he thinks no one is looking. He must have admired her a lot, but I cannot bring myself to think highly of him. Why? There is something about him that puts me on edge. Is it the edge? Is it because he's edgy? Are you on your way to see the king? I shall not keep you then. Until our next meeting, dear princess. Your Majesty. Lilac, are you ready? You will enjoy this, Lilac. I have heard the toy shop has lovely dolls. This will be good for you. You will get to know your sister better, and you will be able to interact with and learn more about the people of Angiel, about our subjects. I will not learn anything I do not already know. You know nothing. You haven't been outside. Why do you always believe that people around you are incapable of good? Because I have seen how quickly people will betray and manipulate each other to get what they want. Mother warned me about human nature. Okay, your mom warning you about something and you seeing it are two different things. You do not see clearly, Lilac. If you would only open your eyes, you would be able to see how good people really are. I believe I am already quite capable of seeing the true nature of people. I don't think so. After all, I have seen that there is no good in you. Wow. Lilac, where were you when I needed you 4 years ago? Where have you been ever since? Back then, I'd been overflowing with grief and pain. I just lost Mother, my entire world. I'd hoped that maybe then he would have shown me love and compassion, even just a hug to let me know someone was there. It had been a childish hope. I had been left alone. I did not see him for months, had barely even heard his voice. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. This is what you have taught me. Your Majesty. I know that I've hurt you. I know that there is nothing I can do to atone for what I did. But please, Ophelia and her children are not part of that. They do not deserve to be hated. In the end, they still matter more to him than I ever did. Lilac. Enough. I have already said I will go. Everyone was waiting outside. He has such a kind face. He doesn't have like an angry face with all the stuff she said. I shudder at the thought of leaving the palace after so many years. Lilac, it will be okay. How can you be so sure? Thank you for agreeing to accompany Emmeline. I would not disobey an order from the king. He looks so disappointed. Excuse me. It's a toy shop! Hello, how can I help? Viorica. Where did they get these names? Princess Emmeline, how good to see you. I trail Emmeline, ignoring her as she embraces her friend. I glance around the small shop. The dolls displayed are nowhere near the quality of the ones in my room. These look like the exact ones in your room. I cannot understand why Emmeline insisted she buy gifts for her friends here. Also, why are you hidden? She's not hidden, and she's a princess. Also, I just realized there's a bird there. Bird. I cannot believe I am outside the palace. There's no need to be so tense, princess. I would never let anything happen to you. Your only job is to relax and enjoy yourself. You ask the impossible of me. Poor Fritz. There's no need to be formal, Viorica. I'm still the same as I was. Oh yes, Rod's come along as well. It's been a while, Viorica. It's good to see you again. Again too, Rod. I thought the bunny was supposed to talk, not him. Like, when it says that he's the one speaking, are we supposed to believe it's the bunny? Why does the bunny get a name? And I must introduce you to Her Highness, the Crown Princess Lilac. The look on Viorica's face as she takes a step back from me is all too familiar. fear. My apologies for being so rude, Your Highness. Good morning. Um... And this is Sir Fitzgerald, Sir Alcaster's son. I'm so confused about what just happened there. It is a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Oh, you're Sir Fitzgerald? You really are as handsome as Emmeline described in her letters. I'm sorry? Oh, Emmeline likes Fritz? I can't go with Fritz then. That'd be horrible. Oh, back, log, auto. Okay. Please don't mind her, Sir Fitzgerald. I'm sorry, Emmeline. Right. So, what brings you all the way here? Oh, I'm here to get some toys, gifts for some new friends. Toys from here? Are you sure? Of course I am. I crossed my arms. I would prefer we finish this errand as quickly as possible. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, Your Highness. Rod looks annoyed with me. Princess. I can barely breathe in here. I just want to go back to the palace. Whoa. Who dis? Good morning. Up until this point, I had always considered Mother to be the fairest beauty in the land. The lady that walks in proved me wrong. Her beauty is memorizing and clearly without peer. Everyone in the shop is openly staring. Oh, you're early today, ma'am. I was also openly staring. She's very pretty. I think it's the... I like when there's green eyes on characters. That might be it. And this shawl is really pretty. I have some important errands to run later today. Are the items ready now? Oh, of course. Let me go fetch them for you. I'll just be in one moment, Emmeline. Why is she smiling at me? Ooh, that's pretty too. And her hair's kind of messy. I like it. Here you are, ma'am. Thank you. Ah, that lady was beautiful. Right? Any girl standing next to her becomes hopelessly ugly by comparison. Who is she? She's new around town. Some say that she's a fairy. A fairy? Fairies that saved Angiel from witches 4 years ago. Everyone considered them our saviors. And yet the fairies are still unable to stop the fairy tale curse from spreading. Here you go. Thank you so much. No, thank you, Viorka. I hope to drop by again soon. Good. I'll look forward to seeing you again. I hope to see you again soon as well, Rod. Likewise. Leaving the palace was a bad idea. While I am out, I am the center of attention. Some townsfolk point and stare at me. Most, however, make a point of avoiding me, like I am the plague. There are some spiteful stares, but thankfully none are nearly as intense as they were 4 years ago. I'm sure the townsfolk are only surprised to see you again after so many years. Right. Fritz and Rod lag behind us, which leaves only Emmeline walking beside me. I cannot decide which is worse, the staring or her company. Oh, Lilac, look! A street performance. It's been so long since I last watched one. Street performance? Is it Aladdin? Boy, good day, everyone! My name is Waltz, and I'm here to spread some happiness and magic. Ooh. The boy named Waltz snaps his fingers, and colorful flower petals start to rain down from the sky. Isn't that pretty, Lilac? And are those the princesses over there? It is an honor to have you in attendance. Please accept this humble gift. He snaps his fingers, and white lilies appear in his hand. Oh, thank you. The boy looks at me as if expecting some kind of reaction. I like his design. Although I don't like his glove. It looks like it's gonna just like fall off. I don't like the glove. The rest I like. When he gets nothing from me, he sighs and gives me a wry smile. I hope to see you again during my next show. We'll definitely try. He gracefully bows before moving back into his area to perform more magic tricks for a gathering crowd. There are performers like this all around Angiel. I love them. Maybe someday we'll get to see some musicians too. Those are my favorite. I do not intend to leave the palace again. Why? I hope you get married off and have to travel far, far away. But you don't like it out here? Rod and I grew up here. I love Angiel, and this is my favorite part of the kingdom. I want to share this with you, Lilac. I know you didn't really want to come, but you still tagged along. That means a lot to me, so thank you. I did not do this for you. I am only here because the king ordered me to go with you. I hate her. I just want us to be closer, Lilac. I would like to try and be your friend. I do not want or need your friendship. No matter how you act around me, we are not and will never be sisters. I'd take care to remember that if I were you. Oh my gosh, you're so dumb. But Rod suddenly grabs my hand, pulling me away from Elaine. Stop. He is staring daggers at me. I think this is the first time I've ever seen him angry. Rod, don't. Let me go. Both of you ought to stay away from me. I feel the heavy atmosphere as I turn to look at the people staring at us. Their expressions mirror the looks of disdain I saw years ago. Anger, disgust, hatred. I begin to walk away. Princess, wait. Don't follow me. Princess, it's kind of his job. He has to. I adjust my cloak, making sure my face is hidden from view. I never should have left the palace. As I walk around, I watch the people bumbling down the streets. So carefree. They work so hard for so little reward. They could work their entire lives and never have a fraction of what I have. And yet, they are happy. And you should start crying. I heard Annis lost her job at the palace. It's true, Crown Princess Lilac made sure the poor girl was fired. I stop in my tracks at the mention of my name. Not again. Annis, was that the name of that one maid that tore Dolores' dress? If so, my decision to fire her was justified. A palace maid cannot be clumsy. Why should I tolerate poor performance? What did I do that was so wrong? I know that Annis, hardworking and big-hearted, very good with medicine. Shame she lost her job so quickly. You know how hard the crown princess is to please? My friend at the palace says she doesn't even smile, only goes around with that cold look on her face. It's probably why they call her the Ice Princess. Ice Princess. So all those times I heard the servants saying that, I'd always suspected they were talking about me. She's the complete opposite of our Princess Princess Emmeline. That child's an angel. We all know she should be a crown princess. Annoyance begins to simmer inside me. I cannot stand hearing anymore, so I walk away. Ever since Emmeline entered my life, I am always being compared to her, and now I have become second best. Become second best. I am Lilac Riella Britton, daughter of King Gennaro Britton III, and the crown princess of the kingdom of Angiel. I am of royal blood. She is nothing. There you are. Princess, you must come back with me. It's getting too late for you to remain outside. Princess, are you all right? Are you hurt? I brush him off and turn away. No need to fuss. Let us return to the palace. It's because you are cold-hearted. Leaving the palace was physically and mentally draining. My bed is welcoming to my unusually heavy body. I turn my head and meet Dolores' glassy gaze from where she sits on my shelf. I left the palace today, Laura. It was the same as all those years ago. Everyone looked at me like I was... What have I ever done to deserve those looks? How can I be so hated? Ice Princess. I wish Mother was here. I look at the smiling faces of my dolls. At least I still have all of you. I yawn and stretch my arms. Good night, Delora. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Singing? But who? Up above the world so high. This music is kind of creepy, now that I'm listening to it. Not sure how I feel about that. Like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I blink my eyes open only to see Dolores sitting right in front of me on my bed. That's creepy! Moonlight spills across her delicate features. How I wonder what you are. Wasn't she on the shelf with all the other dolls when I went to bed? Laura? It's almost time. I pinch my cheeks to make sure I am not dreaming. It hurts. Only 10 minutes before the clock strikes something. Oh, pretty. I hope you're ready, princess. What? My doll just turned into a human. How? Who are you? You know who I am. I've been watching you since the day your father gave me to you. What is happening? The father's been giving her the dolls. Makes even more sense. See? I don't think I have ever been so confused in my life. All the answers will come with time, but right now I am here to give you something, princess. A glass slipper? Is this? Cinderella's very own glass slipper. It is beautiful, too beautiful. Then a realization begins to dawn upon me. You're a witch! Smart girl. I knew you'd figure that out eventually. She's really pretty for a witch. I'm assuming that witches and fairies are all pretty. Now it's time to say goodbye to your precious crown. What? Become a pauper! Sweet dreams, Cinderella. Become a pauper! This is really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and end it here for the day. It's very hard to keep playing because I hate the main character so much. I hope she gets better. But yeah, I think we might have seen all of the love interests already pop up. I believe there are five romantic interests. So it'd be the younger brother, the guard, the dude who's edgy. I don't remember his name. The kid street performer dude, and probably the gorgeous redhead. I'm gonna try to go for the gorgeous redhead because gorgeous redhead is gorgeous, and maybe edgy guy, and gorgeous redhead. Those are my two picks so far. If I get to choose who I'm going after, it's gonna be gorgeous redhead. If I do not get to choose, and it just like lets me play the game, and then based on how I play it, it like gives me an answer on who I'm going with, then I hope it's gorgeous redhead or edgelord. But yeah, we'll see how things go. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe, like the video, share with your friends if you have any. I know this wasn't very entertaining because it's not that entertaining of a game because it's a visual novel. Well, let me know what you think. If you know of any really good Otome games that you think I should play, let me know what they are in the comments. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay, bye.